After a super successful first van life date, Faith and George packed all of their stuff into storage and moved into our tiny Kombi home for a huge adventure across Europe.
I'm taking my trousers off.
Getting a bit hot in the Kombi.
With less than 50 square feet of living space for 2 people and 2 dogs, this will be a great opportunity for us to get to know each other.
You're one of those. Do you like dogging as well?
This is a massive change for both George and Faith as they adopt minimalism and life on the road. We are road tripping across Europe and you guys are invited too, so subscribe and buckle up. It's one heck of a ride.
It's day 1 of 3 days of crossing France. It says that we have 9 hours and 40 minutes to our destination, but I'm sure that that's not true in this van. It's going to be a long, hot drive, and it's going to be even hotter when we get there. Traffic's slowing down. Is that working?
I don't think so.
Currently 32 degrees Celsius, stuck in traffic. Not good being stuck in traffic, driving an air-cooled van, and also for the dogs too. I think they're doing a lot better than the Kombi will be right now. Hot, and it's only going to get hotter. There's just been a European record hottest temperature broken at 48.8 degrees Celsius.
Where is that?
That's in Sicily, slightly south of where we're going, but that heat wave is headed in our direction. 48.8 degrees. I don't even know if we could drive the Kombi in those conditions. Welcome to day 2, camping day 2 in France. Living on the road, showering in fields, and camping by water sources.
Voila.
Merci beaucoup.
Café pour vous.
I need some brioche. Nom 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 nom. So good.
France is not the place for a diet.
No, I always get fat coming through France, even if it's just 3 days. 998, 999, 1000. Oh, I don't know if you noticed, but I just did 1,000 right there.
I'm just gonna grab this shirt if you don't mind. Just watch out for the guns. They'll get you.
We got time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way.
This is the Dordogne region of France, so we've made it down a fair way on day 2. Everything is going well, no major issues with the Kombi. There was a squeaking yesterday, but I think it's just that we're resting on the bump stops. We're a little bit heavy. Today we had to stop on the side of the road. It was a squat toilet, very typical in the region of France. I like it, what do you say?
I'm not a huge fan.
No?
No. I've got old lady knees.
Old lady knees.
Old lady knees.
That's hot.
You want to sit down? You want to take a load off? You want to relax?
I don't need no throne. I think I was bored of shit in the wood. Tune in next week for more pool time on Kombi Land.
Time on our side. We're in a state of home. I need you on my fire. I want you to know that every time you're away, I long for you so much I can find my way.
It's water time. Need some more water. Going through quite a lot actually, aren't we? Drunk loads. Is that anything to do with you?
Yes.
We're at one of those free camping locations. Free Wi-Fi as well at this one, but not free water. So how much is it?
€2.
Oh, nice.
That's how you do it. Okay, so not drinking water, drinking water.
Whoa! Holy
It really is voracious, isn't it?
That happened to me with the urinal yesterday. It cleaned itself with such ferocity that it just went all over me. It was disgusting. Oh, this is full. driving past our van, having a good look inside. You wouldn't do that at someone's home, would you?
I do it
I don't
all the
mind.
time.
You look at people's homes all the time?
Yes.
You didn't tell me this before you moved into the Kombi. I think I might have been a bit nosy. Do you mean you look inside people's homes all the time?
You know when you're like driving past in the dark and you can, when they've got their lights on, you can see what people are up to.
You're one of those. Do you like dogging as well? Do you go into car parks?
Like dogging.
Is dogging an American thing or is it just British? Do they have dogging in Ireland?
Yes.
How do you know? So you're very confident there. Oh, I think we're getting full. We're getting full. Oh shit, overfull. Good job. Ow! This is all very, very new to George, but he's adapting really well considering he was super anxious being in a car.
Oh, he hates it. He hates it. He shakes, he shivers. He used to get sick all the time. But yeah, he loves the van.
Yeah, it's a bit lucky actually. The first time I ever drove in a car with George, he farted the entire way, panted and drooled all over the chair, and then puked inside the
Oh, in the like in the side of the door.
yeah, I was like, he's not exactly a road tripping dog, but so far he's loving it.
He was made for van life. They're holding paws.
It is the cutest thing I've ever seen. They seem to be getting on really well, and George has been quite anxious with the whole driving thing, but he's taken a lot of comfort from Alaska's calmness. Yeah, look at them now. Best mates, holding paws, chilling out. It's quite cute to see.
Made it to the Mediterranean.
It's the Med! It feels totally different at the moment. Everything seems to have changed, like the plants and the landscape. It really does feel like we have arrived in the Mediterranean. We are now on the coast, following it along to Marseille. Toulon, of course it's Toulon. Pardon. Yeah, it just feels so warm, so dry, so arid.
It's my word.
I use the word arid.
Arid.
Go find some flamingos.
Okay, let's do that. I saw 4 flamingos, and then I saw 20 more.
It's really hard to see flamingos in the wild. That was really cool to see them here on the Mediterranean.
Never seen flamingos in a while. It was so cool. Oh look, a flamingo thing.
3 days of driving. Oh, I'm so exhausted. We've been doing nothing but driving. It's going to be amazing when we get there.
I'm taking my trousers off.
It's getting a bit hot in the Kombi.
Ta-da! I have to trousers myself.
Censored.
Censored. It was really cold this morning. It was like 16 degrees and raining. And now it's 32 degrees.
Hot pussy. Hot pussy, man. We managed to find a nice safe place to sleep in the city of Toulon, up in the hills. Tomorrow morning we have a very early start with a ferry journey. I managed to save 20% for the ferry to Sardinia, and I did it with my VPN, which is quite surprising because the main reason we have a VPN is for when we're connecting to public Wi-Fi connections, like when we're traveling or in airports or something, because it keeps all our data secure when we're on a public network, and we can connect to things like internet banking and social media accounts, and all of our sensitive data is secured in an encrypted tunnel. It's a great peace of mind. But one of the side benefits of having a VPN is that you can get around price discrimination. Prices are actually often different in different locations, so when I'm booking hire cars, flights, or in this case ferries, I'll check from another location. I was able to jump to a server in Italy with my VPN, and I managed to save 20% on our tickets to Sardinia, so that is definitely worth having a VPN for. If you haven't got one, consider trying Surfshark VPN. They're the sponsor of today's video, and they've got a deal for you which is 83% off and 3 months free, which is a great deal. I'll link it below. The discount code is KombiLife. Now I've got to get an early night because we have got to get up early.
Early the next morning.
Dear friends,
Dear online friend.
we apologise for not checking in with you. We've been driving like crazy to try to rush down here to get the boat to Sardinia. First time Sardinia for me. You? Same's. So stoked on that. There's been a few little adventures, side adventures. I got stuck in a toilet in a supermarket. That was exciting. Sorry, no camera with me. Probably didn't want to see that toilet anyway. It was disgusting.
They were gross toilets.
You had your own toilet adventure as well, didn't you?
Left Ben, the man, try and find the toilet. Now, I'm in a canyon. Oh dear. Ben's probably starting to wonder where I am, but on the plus side, I found a waterfall. Can you see it?
Now we've got to get on a boat, and it's going to be 7.5 hours. We've got ourselves a little cabin with the dogs, which would be nice because we need to chill.
Sleep and eat.
Exactly our first croissant after 3 days of crossing France. That shows how much time we haven't had, doesn't it?
Is that our first croissant?
Yeah, it is.
No way.
Should have been the first thing we did, but instead it's the last thing we do before we leave the country.
Oh.
I don't like being so rushed. Should always be time for croissants. No one knows how to make a croissant like the French.
I'm turning off the highway, looking for a higher road, heading for a better life without the heavy plights. I've done my share of dealing.
You sure that I'll fit under that? Don't give you any time to think whether you fit under it, and there's no warning how high the roof is. He just held up his walkie-talkie.
Yeah, and he was like, oh yeah, I think that'll fit.
Jesus Christ.
Reaching out my hand for you to claim, so darling, don't you ever change your mind.
Made it to the boat.
We made it, finally.
Woo. Now we get to chill out for how long? 7.5 hours? It's a long way to Sardinia. But we got a cabin, so we'll be travelling in style. Hopefully. Have you seen the cabin?
No. Have you?
Which way is it? Let's go.
I found it. We've got bathroom, shower, beds.
Give us the grand tour, or is that it?
Wow. Can I interest you in this shower?
This is, oh, nice. We soap in the shower? No, they didn't fill that up. What? What's that? Is that?
That's a bunk bed. It's for the dogs. We're gonna go on the bottom and the dogs have their own bunk bed on the top.
Coming up, we finally reach Sardinia and the real van life adventure begins. We track down some Kombi life legends to explore parts of the world that we never knew existed, and I cannot wait to show you what we discovered. If you enjoyed the ride, please give us a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe so we can catch you next time. Until then, happy travels.